the Scottish independence issue. It's been like a week or more now. Are people sick and tired of that, actually? No, it's still pretty alive? Okay. All right, just want to make sure. I'm guessing that the majority of the people in this room voted yes for independence, but that there are probably some no as well. But I'm going to talk about a few things that unify the yeses and the nos, hidden things. And this is probably an overgeneralization, but it's the same thing that unifies the liberals and the conservatives in my country, the left and the right wing. It's the same thing that unifies the climate change deniers and the climate change scientists. It's the same thing that unifies the anti-abortion activists and the pro-choice activists. This thing that unifies them all is the belief that the people on the other side have their beliefs because they are morally or intellectually deficient. What's wrong with them? Don't they see? And so, you look at the comments sections of any website that represents a poll of opinion, and you'll see pretty much the same theme. They're wrong, we're right, and they're wrong because they're stupid or they're crazy. Look at the latest insanity coming from so-and-so. Look at the latest outrage. Or they're immoral, they're depraved, they're wicked in some way. There's some version of evil, some version of different from me. Really, that's the essence of it, different from me. Because you're basically saying that if I were that person, I wouldn't believe this. I would be more open-minded. I would be more rational. I would have a stronger moral compass. So both sides agree on that. What if both sides are wrong? So the question that I come to is, what kind of country do you want to have? If you have a country where people are still in this fundamental agreement about the otherness of their opponents, then even if you have independence, you're going to have the same kind of country that you live in now. What the vote reflects to me, I'm really an outsider here and didn't even get that interested in the issue, but I read a few headlines. I looked at a few websites, got a little taste of it, and saw just tremendous amount of vitriol and fear-mongering and divisiveness. And I thought that shows that there's some work to be done. Because whether you have independence or you're part of the UK, if the undercurrent of society is to step so easily into vilification of the other, of the opponent. If a large percentage of society is so susceptible to fear-mongering and hate-provoking tactics, then it doesn't really matter if you're independent or not. It doesn't matter that much. That this is something to be seen. And I think that the vote revealed that a bit. If your view is that the no vote was largely a capitulation to fear, and I saw most of the fear-mongering tactics on the no side, And if that's your view, then you have to ask, if you want to win the next time, you have to ask, how can I create a society where people are less susceptible to fear? Where people are less attached to the status quo, to the comfort and familiarity of what is already known. And this applies even if you voted no, because the status quo on this planet is pushing us into destruction. At some point, we as a culture, as a civilization, are going to have to let go of some of the things that feel very safe and comfortable and familiar, and we're going to have to step into the unknown. We're going to have to step into this space between stories. Each crisis offers us an invitation into that space. Each crisis offers us a choice. Either we can cling more tightly to what isn't working, or we can finally let go and step into the unknown. And what allows us to take that step into the unknown? For me, it's when I feel a basic kind of love and safety and acceptance from people around me. So I think that the hate-based, the vitriolic, hateful commentary on both sides does the opposite. It creates even less safety, more fear, and will bring results, whether yes or no, that will reflect this fear.